Anomaly.
We back for another episode of Anomaly, man. Got the co-host
Yes,
of the
sir.
year, D Everett.
Yes,
Got the
sir.
fresh
We got-
clean.
Hold up, we gotta let them know. See the sports time out. Sports time with my hoodie. Go get that. Go get that
Get that.
merch.
Appreciate the logo, love, man. How you doing, baby?
I'm good, man. No complaints here. We got some beautiful basketball to talk about. Life
Man,
good. No complaints.
that's the way it's supposed to be. Yes, man. What an amazing first round we got. No, today's the only day, honestly, we haven't had basketball in like 3 weeks. Feel a little weird.
Yeah, it's. I feel a little naked without it. I ain't gonna lie
Yeah,
to you.
I've been watching old school highlights and old Kobe games and crap for no. But
Boy,
man,
looking like the glory days.
the glory. We that old. We talking
Yeah.
about the good old days.
Boy,
But man, they've given out some awards for us. So let's go ahead and recap those awards. Talk a little bit about the first round playoffs. Start off with Toronto. Scotty Barnes, Rookie of the Year. I was actually not upset with this one because I was pretty big on Scotty Barnes coming out of the draft. I thought he was the player who was like the scariest player in the entire draft. I thought Scotty had tons of potential, goes to a good spot, he can be great. He had a fantastic season in Toronto. He definitely helped them get to the playoffs.
yeah. The thing is with Scotty Barnes, I'm not gonna say he doesn't deserve Rookie of the Year. I just think Rookie of the Year should have been Cade Cunningham. When you look at a dude who's averaging the most points, he's the second in assists, and he's like top 5 in every category. It doesn't make any sense for me. I know they probably used the team record for Scotty Barnes.
I was gonna say, do you think the playoffs helped Scotty Barnes' resume?
I think, yeah, definitely for sure. I think that's a big thing, and somehow they try to equate winning to Rookie of the Year when it's never been the case. Rookie of the Year has never been a team award; it's been an individual award because most of the rookies are going to
The worst teams in the league, yeah.
Yeah, so like I still think it's Cade. But congrats to Scotty Barnes. Not gonna say he's not deserving of it because he definitely earned it. He definitely had a great year himself, and those are some bright futures, to be honest. Those are some really like scary, one of the best draft classes in a while.
Yeah, I think we're gonna look back on this draft class in 10 years and talk about how dominant all those players still are. I mean, they could even gave the Cole. I'd be okay with the Cole Rookie of the Year this year, honestly.
I would be mad at that.
Jason Kidd, Greg Anthony style, But I just think, like you said, Cade definitely deserved to be remembered for the year he just had as a rookie.
For sure.
Now, it's not gonna be remembered as much.
Yeah,
Trey fan like us.
Yeah, and I'm definitely a fan. So like, if you really watching basketball, you will see Cade is him. But like, he's also not getting as much publicity as these other like spots. Like for some reason, I don't know why, but dog is putting up 17, 5, and 5. That's not really normal in your rookie year. Like, it's not normal. So like, we kind of get stigmatized to that junk too.
We definitely do. Coach of the Year, man, well earned here. I went for a reach and picked T. Lue, but he had a fantastic season. But Phoenix Suns, Monty Williams, he's got those boys playing again. He didn't have Chris Paul for a good chunk of the season. Devin Booker had some injuries this year. Aiden had some injuries this year, and the Suns kept moving. And I think a hell of a season for Monty Williams. Well deserved.
For sure, well deserved. No questions. I want to, for like some reason, have like a coach of the year team, like an all first team coach of the year for some reason. But like, because there was so many coaches who did a great job. You talk about T. Lue. You look at Taylor Jenkins, the job he doing. Ime Udoka and the Celtics, what they doing. Like I want to give them all like some type of like award, but like Monty Williams is definitely like on top. I think that really showed in this first round when they beat the Pelicans when Devin Booker went out. You looked at it and you're like, oh, okay, D Book out. Like, oh, what's going on with the Sun? Like, nah, it's nothing going on because that's a well-oiled machine because of him. So shout out to him.
And he got those guys believing that they can beat the best team in basketball on any given night. And like you said, just gigantic shout out from where he's come from, his days in New Orleans, to see this now. Well, actually, days in Oklahoma City, but to see it now is just amazing. So congrats to Coach of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, man, for the little guys. Shout out to the little guys, the guards. We deserve that one. My boy Marcus Smart brought it home. Huge.
That's a dog. And man,
huge.
Oh, we can't say enough about his play defensively, and I know it's a defensive player of the year, but his play offensively too. I feel like he just stepped over and like filled any gaps that team needed. Like whether it's like Y'all need a facilitator. Let me do that.
I got you.
Y'all need a defensive anchor. Let me do that. Even at the guard position, I'm getting after it. So shout out to him. Definitely deserving. You know, my pick was Mikal Bridges, who's also doing a great job.
Also,
Marcus Smart he a dog. He a dog.
And
That's all I can say about that. You want him on your team.
and in a guard-driven league right now, he's checking your best guard, ball handler, or wing every single night for the Celtics. You know, which definitely takes a huge weight off of Tatum and Brown's shoulders. They're also two good defenders still, but if he can go check the best player every single night, you ain't got to help. Marcus got him, and you know that's first guard to do it since GP. It's a huge honor.
That's for sure. And you know, he not like. I think he's smart too. He's not just like, oh, just rowdy. Like he knows that there's certain guys he can't do, but he just want to make it tough. You just want to make it tough on them, make it tough, make them feel like they in a dog fight. And he's doing that. Like even you got your young players and like sometimes they see blocks, they see steals, but like no, sometimes you just gotta make it tough. Just make them feel like they gotta play hard. You know what I mean? So
every night you gotta think about how you gonna approach Marcus Smart offensively if you know he matched up on you every single night. Yeah.
Yeah. And once again, bro, for my younger players, I think if you got a nephew or you coaching or anything, bro, just like kids, you might not be the best jump shooter, you might not be the best dribbler, but you can always play some defense.
I.e. Jose Alvarado from New Orleans.
You can always play defense.
You can always check.
Yeah.
Man, the one award that's got the most controversy behind it, most improved player, Ja Morant. Bring home the award.
Yeah. Bringing it home to Desmond Bain at that point.
Yeah, I'll let you go first. I'll let you go first on Ja.
It's clear, bro. It's clear, like that Ja is not a most improved guy. Like he's only transcended every year, and it's like I get that you want to like reward him for like having a great year and probably one of the better years. Like, but like I said, it's not the best season or the most exciting season but like it's the most improved. Who made the most improvements? And it's not Ja. My pick was DeJounte Murray. Your pick was Jordan Poole. And like I knew Ja was gonna get it just because of how the media plays it. But like like you got to do the work. Like Ja's not a most improved player.
He's already down.
That's why he gave his trophy to his teammate because he was like, "No, that's not me." He knows that.
Even Desmond Bain would have been a good argument for it.
Yeah. For sure. Like those guys, bro. Like they got to do their job and show them players love because they doing a good job. And reward for that as well.
And I couldn't agree more. You know, what bugs me is that they created something for guys who have fantastic seasons. It's called the All NBA team.
Right.
Ja Morant making second team All NBA or first team All NBA. That is his achievement for the year. You know, but most improved, you were the second pick of the draft. You know, we knew you were great. That's why they took you a second. Like it's tough to say the most improved. Not saying he didn't have a great increase in points per game, assists. He did all of it. He took his team from bad to the second best team in the West most of the season. So like I get it, but there's so many guys that went from who are they last year to I gotta actually watch their name before the game starts. Right. Coaches need to start planning for how am I going to defend DeJounte Murray? How am I going to check Jordan Poole tonight? You knew you had to check Ja with the Grizzlies this year and last year.
The dude had a 40-point game in the playoffs last year.
Like,
come on, bro. Like I'm sorry. They got to stop doing that. They got to stop.
I was not a fan of that, man. That was whack. It was an easy way out. I didn't like it.
That's why we got our next man up award or our next up award, which I deemed Anthony Edwards. You had Darius Garland. So I think that award goes to Ja, not most improved.
Yeah, no, not most improved, man, because he already been here. He already here. We know who Ja is. We got lots of respect on his name already.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of respect, I think we got to start off with the first round game that has everybody in conversation. You know, the Brooklyn Nets got swept by the Boston Celtics. Swept. Yeah, I think that's the tougher part. A lot of people thought that they, might not have enough to win it.
Yeah.
You and I discussed with it, via text. They traded their whole team for a guy in James Harden, who they didn't trade for a guy who never suited up for him.
Right.
And as you said, those will all be good excuses if you didn't get swept.
Yeah. It's at the end of the day, they lost. Like, but you can't win or you can't trade for a championship. You know what I mean? Like, or you can't just put a bunch of people together and say, "Oh yeah, this is a championship team, bro." Like, championships are made in these regular seasons. Like, you don't see teams at the bottom, like, basically in the finals. You don't see that. Like, every year we see the top 3-4 seeds in the finals. So, like, it needs some consistency. You need some like camaraderie. You need all of these things for a championship to go well. And like, they was struggling all year. You got guys in and out the lineups, injuries, trades. Like, they was destined for that. They were destined to lose. I'll say that. And then, like, also shout out to the Celtics.
They came to play.
Like, everybody want to like be critical. Everybody want to be critical of the Nets. They want to say, "Oh, KD suck, Kyrie suck." You would kill to have them on your team. You would. Hey, if they say your team is trading for them, you would. Oh my God, you would kill.
The Pistons traded for KD tomorrow.
Hey, come on now, you would kill for that. So don't even say that, bro. They just lost. Like, there's nothing gonna change their reputation. Nothing's gonna change their money. They don't give a damn what we think as other, like, outsiders. As people don't know, they don't give a damn. Like, you ain't changing nothing in their lives by saying, like, oh, his legacy is tarnished. Them checks still coming in.
They all coming in direct deposit. We good.
I swear, bro. And then, like, but back to the Celtics, like I was saying, bro. Like, they game playing beautifully. One, they moving the ball so well since the All-Star break, and I think that, like, that's a dangerous team over there because they just playing together. I think that gives them a testament to them that they got swept, like that they swept the Nets. So,
yeah, I had a full out argument with a dude, man. I went to the point of him saying that KD not even a superstar. It's just like, man, the disrespect that the KD and Kyrie are getting is crazy. And like you said, no one's giving props to the Boston Celtics. Right. Jason Tatum was the best player in that series, the entire series. Jason Tatum came to play. JB had a great series as well, but every night Tatum was giving you a tough 20-plus 30s. Like, he came to play, and he took that personal against KD, and he showed out. Of course, the Nets were a little shorthand and all the other stuff. Had guys on the bench that they wanted to play and everything. We ain't even talking about that dude. But you got to give some props to the Boston Celtics, And like you said, I don't think ain't no legacies tarnished, nothing like that from losing a series. Like you said, he already got 2-time NBA champion, already an MVP. Kyrie, 2 Hall of Famers. So the reputations aren't tarnished. And like you said, any team in the NBA would kill to have both of those players on their team, or just one of them.
Facts. As a fact.
Yeah.
It's a series. They lost. Oh well. They going home. Cool.
Go home quick though.
Yeah. I would have liked to at least see them get a game. That's a little disappointing, but I'm not really surprised when you
look at it, like the matchup is not ideal for them by any means. Like that was a really bad matchup for them to get the Boston Celtics for
situationally as well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bro, like, y'all don't even know who's starting. Like, we don't, you know what I mean? So you got too many gaps to fill, and like you didn't fill those gaps during the trade deadline.
And like we said, last episode, the Nets have been one of the worst defensive teams all season.
Correct.
Tatum and Brown are not two guys you want to have bad defensive games against.
Especially not in the fourth quarter.
Not at all. So that was tough, man. Another good series, Memphis Grizzlies, Minnesota Timberwolves, man. That was good. They came to play. Minnesota, I'm pretty impressed, honestly, how they showed up. Still wanted more from Karl-Anthony Towns, but I'm going to let him off easy. But he still didn't hit that next level for me. Yeah. But Anthony Edwards showed out.
Oh, yeah, bro. Like,
he showed out.
Shout out to the Timberwolves. I know it's like, sometimes it's a little disappointing with like Karl Towns. Sometimes I want to see his motor like all the time. I think it was I want to say it was game 3 or 4 when he came out and he made it a point to like get going.
Hit a good flash of it like that. Yeah.
So, like, I need that like all the time, and I feel like that's what takes him to like the next level. But he's one of the most talented bigs in the NBA. There's nothing he can't really do on the court, but it's like it's that motor that you need to keep going. Anthony Edwards is showing. I think he's showing why he next up.
Yeah,
he next up. What can't he do? Shooting off the dribble, he's slashing. You seen him with some good defensive plays on Ja Morant, also using his athleticism. So like he gonna be one of those. So I'm excited to see that young team. And then on the other side, the Grizzlies is deep.
They are. That's a physical tough team.
Yeah, and they dogs. They don't care, man. Desmond Bane been one of my favorite players out the year, and Desmond Bane showed up and showed out like the whole series. The whole series, he's shooting the hell out the ball, getting to the paint,
Blood.
talking.
Mid range too.
Yeah, boy got game. Boy got game. And then like they bring in that second unit. Nobody drops a beat. Tyus Jones hitting up big shots.
Mm.
You got Brandon Clark. Brandon Clark needs his some recognition for what he did. When Jaren Jackson got in foul trouble, he just held it down defensively. He right there in the dunker spot, giving you little floaters and bunnies. So he just did his job. He just did his job.
And shout out to Coach Jenkins, man, to making the tough decision to moving Steven Adams to the bench. That's a tough decision. You that's a vet, a proven NBA vet that's gonna get you a double every night. But like I said, good for him to understand that this series is not good for Steven Adams. This is not a good series for him. You got to slide him to the bench. Xavier Tillman stepped up. Shout out MSU. But like just Coach Jenkins, that was just you don't see coaches really make adjustments like that anymore, and that was good.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I think
that saved the series for him.
Yeah.
They were in trouble. They were in trouble in the pick and roll with Steven Adams.
Yeah, it was bad early, but like coaches make adjustments, and like the crazy thing is like that really impressed me is they came down from 20 points fourth quarter games. They were down 10, kept coming back and winning a game. Like I think that just shows like they're dogs and they really believe that they can win any game.
Yeah, so, they gonna hang around for sure.
So yeah, Taylor Jenkins pretty embedded that in them. That's a nice. I'm excited to see them this series. That's all.
Gonna be a good series coming up. We saw the Warriors do what we thought they would do of Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Like we said, just not enough firepower there in Denver right now with their two other best players hurt. And Michael Porter and Jamal Murray. Not enough to beat the Golden State Warriors. I don't think many people had even thought that they would win 2 games, let alone 1.
I think when you call Jokic the MVP, you might think you might get another game at least. You probably 2.
Yes.
But I think that series, for me, watching that game like with my eyes, I think that just shows how great Draymond is.
Amazing, man.
Draymond is like he's one of one. I know everybody be trying to be like, okay, any guy who's 6'6" or 6'8", athletic and can pass and defensive minded can be great. No, Draymond's a one of a kind. He's the best communicator in basketball.
Amazing communicator.
You cannot hide him. Like he's everywhere on. Like he makes that team defense go. He covers up all the holes. That's one of my favorite players. Even I take the good with the bad with all his talking and all his little antics. I take the good with the bad because I want him on my team.
You need him on your team.
On defense, on offense, you see he knows where to find his guys, and they deserve their recognition as well. Like Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, having that humility to come off the bench. Steph Curry, 2-time MVP coming off the bench to Jordan Poole and letting him rock out for the whole series.
Go ahead and rock out this series, man.
Yeah, but Draymond is more than glue. Draymond is more than glue. He's a one of one.
I tell you, you can debate he's the most important player on that team. You can debate it for real. Man. He makes the off when Draymond's on the bench, the offense gets a little stagnant. When he comes back in, man, they're a dangerous team. They're going on runs. He knows where every single person's supposed to be at all times, and his basketball IQ is bar none.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes when I watching it, you want to be like, okay, Draymond score that thing. I want him to keep
be aggressive.
Defense is honest, keep them honest. Yeah. But he obviously he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He might turn it over or something. But like I said, you take the good with the bad because he's making so many more plays.
Dallas and Utah, your favorite team, the Utah Jazz. Luka, Dallas did their thing on Utah, man. Jalen Brunson, what's up? What a coming out party he had.
Man, we texted about this series the whole time. And we can grab that clip of me telling you what Jalen Brunson was about to do to these Utah Jazz. And with or without Luka, I kind of seen the writing on the wall with this one. I personally didn't believe it at all. But I know Jalen Brunson is better than the average fan thinks.
Definitely.
If you got a high school point guard, you got a middle school, you got a young point guard, you want him to look at Jalen Brunson, the guy who can't jump out the gym. Who's not even the best shooter. He's not the fastest. He's not the tallest, but he about to get it done in that paint. He gonna get it done in the mid-range. He getting it done everywhere. So I just love all around players, guys who have no flaws in their game. And I think Jalen Brunson is like the epitome of that. So
Oh yeah, he's 4 years of college for sure. You can see it, man. He Villanova bound, man. That's something special. But I like what I saw from Dallas that series, and I'm interested to see how round two goes for sure. Phoenix Pelicans, man. Congrats on the Pelicans for winning two. That's what I got. Congrats on the Pelicans for winning two.
Yeah, I think Phoenix is just too well oiled for them right now. But the Pelicans got a nice future.
They show some heart.
They got some great pieces, and they got some dogs over there. So, like, I'm excited to see them next year.
Yeah.
Like you said, congrats to them. Shout out to Willie Green from Detroit Willie.
Detroit Willie, baby.
Shout out Willie Green, bro. He got them playing with energy. He got them playing good basketball. They fell short. They was playing just overall good basketball.
Yeah.
I'm excited for them in the future.
Bucks and Bulls, man. Bucks and Bulls. That's kind of what we expected. Man, not much to say on that one, boys. We knew it.
Hey, shout out to DeMar for getting the game.
Yeah. Don't get swept.
Yeah, but like
just too much.
Yeah, too much.
Too much.
The Bucks trying to run it back. They trying to run it back. They got that. I don't know, that created player.
Yeah.
34, like that junk's ridiculous. And they locking up on defense. They got one of the best defenders in Drew Holiday. Bobby Porter's coming in and getting it done. He's taking what he came off the bench to Rick Lopez, but he coming in shooting the ball, getting rebounds. He just filling any holes, bro. Filling any gap that you need. So pause. But
big pause. Yeah, that's kind of what the whole Eastern Conference was really a dominant team and another team, just trying to get a game and 2 wins. Same for the Hawks, Miami. So I really not too much to discuss there. No upsets in the entire first round.
Nah.
All top 8 seeds advanced. So let's get into the real stuff, man. Conference semifinals tomorrow kicks off. We got Boston and Milwaukee.
We skipped over 2 series.
I did. I skipped over both of them because, I mean, I didn't expect much, but go ahead. I didn't expect much. I didn't expect much from either 2 series.
Hey, you're right. You're right. I probably did not expect I didn't expect the Raptors to get as many games as they did. And they did that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
See, I was trying to skip over them. I tried to skip over that for them. They ain't deserve that.
But also, I didn't. And that's not a knock on them. I think that's who I think Joel Embiid is. And I think I alluded to last time, he wasn't gonna play as well against the Raptors just because they send 3 or 4 dudes at him with high hands swarming. So that's kind of expected, but they got it done, and Embiid show you why he the MVP to me.
Yeah, I'm still needing to see more out of James Harden. We're gonna find out next series for sure. We'll get more into that a little bit later, but Tyrese Maxey stepped up huge in the series. Like you said, Toronto with no Fred VanVleet, they played well. To win 2 games without your best player, y'all did y'all thing,
Yeah, and depending on a rookie, that's also another thing. Scotty Barnes, Rookie of the Year, played his butt off.
He definitely backed up the award.
Yeah.
Definitely backed up the award for sure. Yeah. And I think that might have helped a little bit too, but
you know how that go.
And yeah, I mean, and the Hawks in Miami, and no disrespect to the Hawks, but they taken a couple steps back this year, but one would also say they overachieved last year. They extremely overachieved it last year, which I think gave people super high expectations going into this season. And this year was tough for the Hawks, and they got an awful draw of the Miami Heat. I mean, you knew Miami was Pat Riley and them owners, them team, Eric Spoelstra. If they're going to lose, they knew it was not going to be because of Trae Young. That was they made that rule. No way, if we lose, it ain't going to be because of Trae.
Yeah.
It just took them out of the game.
Bro, and the thing with the Hawks is they Bogdan Bogdanovic, he can handle the ball a little bit, but they need a little bit of an upgrade at that.
It can't be DeLon Wright. No offense.
They need somebody else to get the ball out of Trae hands a little bit, or assist with the scoring a little bit more. But I think they got a decent team, but not for that Miami team who's coming for it every possession.
You're right. They need one more. They need one more combo guard.
Yeah, or just a bucket getter at that wing position.
Right now, it's just a bunch of shooters and Trae.
Yeah, so maybe one of those guys steps up in the next season. Maybe it's DeAndre Hunter who had a 35-point game. Or, maybe it's Kevin Huerter who takes another jump. So, I don't know who it is, but I think they need one of those. And it also hurt not having Clint Capella in some of those games, who's their anchor for their entire defense. And I think he showed his importance there as well.
He 100% did. You gotta keep Clint and make sure that's prolonged. He's like the centerpiece for. He's Rudy Gobert for Atlanta. So I think he was huge, but
let's not do that.
He is, man. They need Clint, man. He's the center. He's the center of their defense. He big everything.
I like Clint.
But yeah, and like Trey gonna go back to this. Trey gonna have a great offseason now. Like I'm happy that happened to Trey because now next season he's gonna know how to play against the double team. You can see that Miami did so many different disguises on him. It was a lot. It was a lot to deal with for a young guard. He hasn't really seen that before. New York did not give him that last year. So I'm excited to see what Trae Young does with this as a learning lesson moving forward.
Yeah, and I think for Trae Young being a small guard, it's really hard to. Like, we don't see small guards really lead their teams that well. Like, that's why I say you need another guy who can get you a bucket. Because, like, I think they guarded him in a similar way that New Orleans guarded Dame a few years back in that Pelican series when they swept them. I think they just sent a bunch of guys out there double team swarming. And if you don't have nobody who can help you out in that setting, like, consistently, like, you're gonna struggle.
Especially when you're a deep team, like Miami, where we can get physical with Trey. We can take some fouls. We got a bunch of guys over here. We can play all day, so it's real physical on Trey. We bumping him off of screens. He's taking elbows, so everything is way more physical. On top of the double teams, on everything.
Yeah.
Trey it would have been a hell of a series if Trey would have went crazy. So, like I said, just really good execution by the Miami Heat. All righty, Eastern Conference, man, Milwaukee and Boston. This is gonna be a good series. I'm a little hurt that they don't have Chris Middleton. Might make it a little closer, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a little tougher. We're gonna see some guys we haven't seen as much step up. We might see Grayson Allen come in and do what he did in the first round, to be honest, and point those points up. But I love how Boston moving the ball. I love how Boston playing, but I still might go with that alien and Giannis. I'm gonna go with the Bucks on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks in 6. I think Tatum and Brown are really good, and Marcus Smart's really good, but I think the lack of big man might hurt them this series. I think Tatum and Brown find a way to get a couple of games due to no Chris Middleton. But yeah, I got the Bucks in 6, I think.
I think the X factor of that series will definitely be the defensive player of the year, Marcus Smart, because offensively he's liable to give you probably like 18, or he's liable to give you 8 and 4, 6 assists. Like, but I think he, like, when he plays well, the team plays well as well. So, like, I think he's like an X factor for that series. Like, if they play well, you can see something brewing in Boston.
If he shuts down Drew Holiday / makes it very difficult for Drew to score, they're gonna need a second guy in Milwaukee behind Giannis to score. With no Middleton, that can make it very tough. So you're right. I think Smart's got a chance to be the X factor here.
Mm-hmm.
Another game tomorrow. This is gonna be a good one. Got the Warriors, Memphis Grizzlies in the West.
That one's tearing me apart. I'm not gonna lie.
Most of me wants to say Golden State in 5. Is what most of me wants to say. Memphis is so tough and nitty gritty, and they kept so many games close. That kind of scares me a little bit. But I feel like Golden State's on that championship run. Like, I feel like they think they can win it all this year.
Oh, for sure. But I think the Grizzlies do too, and they're young and they're ignorant. So I think they would all love it. They would all love it. So I think I'm gonna take the unpopular opinion. I'm gonna take the Grizzlies. And even though, like, I think that's just my hunch. Literally, that's just.
You've been big on the Grizzlies all year, though.
That's just my hunch. I'm rocking with the Grizzlies. I love how they play basketball.
You want to call how many games?
6.
Grizzlies is 6.
Yeah, I think if it goes 7, the Warriors got that one. But I'm gonna say 6.
You're not gonna win Game 7 in San Fran.
Yeah. So yeah.
Grizzlies in 6. Okay, so we got that's a different one on that one. And then we got Phoenix and Dallas. This could be good or bad. This could be I could smell a sweep, low key. But man, I think the Suns and Mikal Bridges match up very well against Dallas. I can see Phoenix not having any issues in this series.
I think, like, I think they'll struggle just because like the anomaly that Luka is. Like you got this huge dude who's able to give you 36 and 6, and then you got Jalen Brunson give me some scoring as well. But I think Dallas shoots a lot of threes, and like that can also be like used against him. And I think Phoenix is a smart enough team to like they'll use their weaknesses against you. So I think Phoenix is just like they too well-oiled of a machine right now, and they on their mission.
And DeAndre Ayton.
Oh yeah, for sure, big body.
Dallas is gonna have an issue trying to figure out what they're gonna do with that guy down low.
Yeah.
So, Cleaver ain't gonna cut it. That ain't gonna cut it, big dog. That ain't gonna cut it, Mark.
Listen, man. They just go. I think, and the thing with Phoenix all year is like they pick apart mixed matches.
That's what they do so well. Every game, someone else can be the guy.
Yeah, so they see where their strength is, where their mismatch is, and they just go. Like whether it's CP, whether if it's Book or it's Ayton some nights. Even Mikal Bridges might be liable to.
Yeah, he go for 30.
So like, I think they just too smart. They too well oiled, and they shout out to the Dallas Mavericks, but I got the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Phoenix in 5. I'm gonna
go 6.
Mr. 6 over here. Okay, Phoenix in 6. And then, man, this series, man, I was so pumped for the Miami Heat, Philadelphia 76ers series.
Yeah.
Until we got word that Joel's out indefinitely, which is a scary word that they used, but they said indefinitely, which makes all of us think he's not going to play any at all this series.
Yeah. Shout out to Joel. That's my MVP.
I'm hurt.
I think it's like a big. I don't think we make a big enough deal as like him playing through injury already with his thumb injury. And playing with a thumb injury is hard, bro. On your shooting hand, that is hard. Like that's.
I'd rather it be your finger for sure.
Even any finger injury is really tough. You catch the ball the wrong way, it's over. Like let me get a sub real quick. Let me try to shake this off. Mm-hmm. And everybody not Kobe when we gonna tape our old hand and figure it out. Like so, like we need to get that some more credit that he played with that injury and played well. But like this injury is like the eye injury. He's definitely got to sit his butt down a little bit, and I think that's gonna hurt, man. That's gonna take the life out of them, man. I think we're gonna see Miami guard James Harden in a similar way they just guarded Trae Young. And just swarming him and throwing bodies at him. I think Miami's just too much.
Yeah, without Joel Embiid, I think Miami's way too much for the 76ers. I think with Joel, it would have been a 7-game series, honestly. I think this could have went back and forths. Any given night, I feel like either team could have been a better team that night. But yeah, without Joel, I really want to say Miami gonna win it in like 6 or 5 games, but that indefinitely word just really scares me with Joel. Like, can he put a mask on and play with a broken eye? Like, how bad is the fractured eye?
But the thing is, he also has a concussion, and you don't want to play with concussions.
Nope.
I don't care if it's the playoffs. I don't care if it's you don't want to play with it. You don't want to play with concussions in this man's health. He got a lot of basketball to be played.
And that's what they're gonna tell him, man. We'll be back. We're gonna get back here for you. So you calling Miami this series as well?
Yes, sir. I'm going Miami in 5.
Miami in 5. So we got Miami, Bucks, and Phoenix. We all agree on those 3 advancing. And the one to circle, the Warriors, Memphis Grizzlies. That's gonna be the series to circle. I got the Warriors moving on in 5. You got the Grizzlies in 6.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, it's gonna be a good one, man. I want to ask a couple questions for you. Let's do a little series we got. Cap or no cap. I asked you a question. Is it cap or no cap? All right.
All right, let's go.
Is Steve Nash's job in jeopardy for a first-round sweep?
No cap. I don't think he made any adjustments like the entire series. The only adjustment I seen was Blake Griffin. So no cap. We gonna have to keep an eye on that one for me.
I'm saying cap. Man. They gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. You had an all-star who didn't show up. You were short-handed. You go have your team been in and out all series, off season. You had a guy set out for COVID protocols. Almost an applause to Steve Nash. I think they are looking confident moving forward with Steve Nash next season.
Okay. All right. Whatever you say. Should his job be in jeopardy? We can disagree on that one. Yeah. Will it, should it, and would it are 2 different things, though.
Yeah.
Right now, if we talking cap or no cap, is one thing I'm looking at is has Ja been the best point guard in the NBA this year?
No cap. No cap. Ja Morant he's been the best point guard in basketball this year consistently on a consistent basis. I think every night he suits up with the Grizzlies, you think they got a chance to win.
Oh yeah, 12 been doing his thing. 12 is that's why I say no cap. 12 has arrived.
He has definitely arrived. Last but not least, Golden State Warriors are gonna get the NBA championship this year.
Hey, you already know. I already got to go cap. I got to go cap with that one. You know, I told you my pick.
Oh man, I think cap as well. I think next year there's a lot better chance for the Warriors. I think the flame about to wear out soon.
I don't know because they still got them young dudes coming back. So they do the Kamingas, the Wiseman, the Pools. They got a nice young
next
team.
Like, I think next year gonna be special.
Yeah. So like I want to give them their off season, but like for some reason I'm rolling with 12 in that series, 12 in the Grizzlies in that series, and Phoenix the entire way.
Well, man, second round kicks off tomorrow. We got some good basketball to watch.
Yes, sir.
Any words for the people, man, before we get out of here?
Yeah, for sure. My message today is don't be a scorekeeper. And what I mean by a scorekeeper is like you ever have somebody do you a favor or they do something for you and then they like try to bring it up again. Like, okay, yeah, you remember when I did this? Why can't you do this? Like, you know what I'm saying? So don't be a scorekeeper. Like, you know, if you're gonna do something, do it off the love. And I mean, like, do it with no expectations. And I know if I'm gonna do something that's off the love, we don't gotta talk about it again. It never happened. So make sure you keep like people who aren't scorekeepers around. Like they just do it just because they love you, or they do it just because they wanted to.
Yeah, watch out for them scorekeepers.
Yeah.
Gotta keep them away because that ain't real.
Yeah, we ain't keeping. If I do something for you, it's off the love. We ain't keeping score how many favors. We ain't counting favors.
You're not counting favors, man. You're supposed to look out for your boys.
Yeah, just because.
Definitely, man. Hey, man, round 2 kicks off tomorrow. We get some good NBA basketball, and let's see how these picks go.
Yes, sir. Watch out for 12. Literally
watch out for 12.
Anomaly, a podcast presented by Sports Time with my